What's up and welcome. Thank you so much for clicking this video. This is part 2 of an Amazon clone. If you want part 1, please check the link in the description below. Let's just demonstrate how far we are. So you can add a product in this dashboard. Let's just add this product. Let's say we are selling this logo. Okay, let's just type here just a logo. And then what you can do here, you can edit the price. Okay, let's say it's 34 rand, and in stock we've got 100, and let's click add. As you can see, the forms are refreshing. How did we manage to do this? We have used React hook form behind the scene. I'm going to teach you the details on how to do that. So let's just go to a list and see. As you can see, guys, here is product number 2. This is the logo, the name, it's a logo, the description is just a logo, price 34, as you can see, and also it has been created on this date. As you can see, this date is formatted in the database. The format is not like this. We have used date FNS to format this logo. Those are the things that I'm going to teach you. In case you might wonder, how did we create this awesome table? We have used 10-stack table via ReactJS. These are the things that I'm going to explain in detail so that you can understand and answer interview question instead of just creating project and don't even know how you've created those project. And the problem that beginners have or student is that they create projects and they are unable to repeat those skills and apply them in real life environment. If you want to do that, if you want to be better, please watch this video until the end. So let's continue. Not only that, we are able to have some categories here. Let's add a category. Let's say this category is furniture. Okay, and let's add. Okay, as you can see, it has been added. How are we going to see if that has been added? Because the list is not there yet. This is a work in progress. We can just come here and then check here on our database. Somebody might ask why it looks like the database is inside the project. Yes, because some other tutorials, they add some external services and application which sometimes want to be paid, or they make the lesson complicated because you have to add MongoDB, Postgres, and all other things. So as you can see in the category, we've added a category here, and here is the category, it's furniture. So in case you might want to know where are those images are being added to an external server, no, this is coded design. We make things simple. If you look at our public, these folders are uploaded, these images are uploaded here. Okay, in the directory, here is that PNG. Let's just go back here. We are going to use ReactJS. I'm going to show you how to customize ReactJS and make this cool sidebar. And also, this sidebar doesn't come with these features. We are going to edit ReactJS so that we can add our identity colors. What is the tech stack that we have used? Of course, we have used ReactJS, we have used TypeScript, we have used 10-stack query. I'm going to show you how to customize and manipulate 10-stack query. What is more important is not just knowing a piece of technology, but orchestration. It's very important. I think it's Steve Jobs who, when he was asked, what do you do on Apple? He said, I'm an orchestrator. I am going to help you and be able to orchestrate and be able to set up and architecture these different what can I say, these different packages so that they can work well together. We are going to use Tailwind CSS. We are going to use the latest and the greatest Prisma. We are going to use React hook form, date FNS, and that's about it. In case you might want part 1, please check here the link in the description below. This is part 1, as you can see here. This is part 1. This one is part 2. In case you might want to learn more about me, you can check my new piece of technology, which is finance for creating invoice and application. Thank you so much. Let's get started. All right, guys, let's continue. So what we have managed to do is to save an image to a server, but we are not saving a product name, a product description, and these numeric values here. So let's solve that problem. So as you can see, here is our endpoint. Okay, it saves the image to a server. So what we want to do, we want to const let's say saved item. We are being general for a reason. Prisma. Okay, remember we imported this, or we have copied and pasted this lib folder here that has got Prisma. We are importing Prisma from that. Please make sure that you import it from the lib folder. And then what we want to do here, we want to put dot. Okay, we want a product. As you can see, we've got a product here, dot create. And then from there, we want to pass an object here. My apologies about this. I don't know what happened. Okay, cool. We want to, let me minimize this as well. So what we want to do here, we want to add data, as you can see. And then in this data, we can add the product data here. We are going to get it from the front end, okay? It's not here yet, okay? So in case, guys, in case in your own Prisma, let's say in your own Prisma, you are trying to, let's say Prisma, you are trying to get these models, okay, and you can't see them. You only see connect up to transaction. It will be because you need to run a command called a Prisma, okay, sorry, npx Prisma generate. Okay, let me just show you this. Open another terminal. This is the only thing that you need to do. Okay, npx Prisma generate. You are telling Prisma to generate these types for you. Okay, take these models, put it into the Prisma client so that you can use. Okay, this is the only thing that you need to do. So let's just continue. Okay, as you can see, done. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to create and we want to pass the data here. Where are we going to get this data? That is very simple. Let's just go here the same way in which we are getting the image. Okay, where is the image? Here. Let's just do this. Copy this. Okay, as you can see, now we want the name here, and we're going to get the name here, and we're going to get this as a string. Okay, and what else do we want to do? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to my UI, and in my UI I only want the let's see, I only want the type. Okay, in that type I want to copy something. Check here, guys. This is what I want to do. Okay, this is the type. I want to copy these values so that I cannot do some typos and we get some sort of unnecessary errors. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just going to copy these. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna copy this. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy description next to name, and then also put that description here. Okay, take price here, and then price here, and then stock here, and then here. All right, and then what I want to do, apologies about that, and then what I want to do, I want to, now I got these. Let's go and check, go up here and check our some sort of validation or some sort of error handling. Okay, we are not sure if this form data will have something, so let's just type here if. Okay, form data has got nothing. Okay, and then we can return. Let's just copy any return statement here. Okay, just copy as it is and then paste here, and then no form data. Okay, no form data here. What is the most important thing is, don't forget the error statuses. Depending on what type of the error code that you push here, your UI might be confused. For instance, imagine if this is a problem, it's an error, and we put a status of 200. 10-stack query on the UI will think that everything went well and it will show a success toast, whereas everything is wrong. Okay, so if there's no form data, that's what we do. Let's go and see what else can we do. We are getting this data here, the name, description, and the price. I'm happy with this. What else do we want to do? What if maybe this name is wrong? What if maybe we can spell this like this That means these will throw some errors. So we need to make sure we also prevent this from happening. So let's just copy this and do this for all of this. I think for the file, we are already done with it. Okay, so let me just do it for others. Okay, if there is no name here, okay, no form data, I think this error at least makes sense. Or let's just be specific. Okay, name required. Okay, product name required. Okay, product name required. I'm happy with this. And then we're going to do the same thing. What if we can have one if statement? Okay, and then this now is going to be generic. Okay, input, let's say product, sorry, product input fields required. Okay, we don't want to do a lot of if else statement here, if else, if else. Okay, so even this one we can just remove it. Okay, so let's get into it. If this is not, or what else, the name or the description or the price or the stock. Apologies about this. And then if this is not, or this is not, where is my or? Okay, let me just copy this, not and or, not and or. Okay, as we can see, guys. Okay, okay, if this is not true, or description, we don't need this name. Let's see, is this type of or? Okay, all right, as you can see, guys, if name is not is false or is undefined, this one is undefined, or this one is undefined, or this one is undefined. I think here we need an or for the file. Okay, let me just copy this. Okay, for the file as well. Then we are going to throw this error. I'm happy with this. And then let's continue. And then once we pass this stage, I am sure that what can I say? I am sure that everything works well. So let's go to our create. In our create, we have a name. Okay. Since these names are exactly the same way as they are in the database, except the file, we can just push these names on this object as they are. Everything will work well. Description. Let's say price. On price, we have a string and we are supposed to pass it to an integer. So obviously, I'm expecting some issues there. And then we've got the stock. Okay. And we've got the image URL. Image URL, we're going to pass the file. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's pass the file. Okay. File name, because it's a string. So we need to deal with these. Okay. So what I want to do here with these guys, I want to assign, okay, I want to assign numbers. Okay, so we're just going to remove this, and then we're going to use pass pass float. Let's just click this. Okay, as you can see, and then we can pass price here. Okay, pass that price. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for stock. Okay, let's just copy this, and then let's add this, take stock, and that is it. So it looks like everything is going well. So what we want to do now, the saved item, we need to be defensive again. Let's just go copy and paste this. Okay, we don't really need this. Let's just copy and paste this. If there is no saved item, let's change the status code to server error. Okay, internal server error in a way. Internal server error. As you can see, guys, everything is bulletproof except that we need to pass back the saved data. So let's just quickly confirm in our database if there is nothing and everything is 000. Let's see. As you can see, guys, everything is 000 here. Happy with this. And then let's just go back here, refresh. Let's open the network. I want to open the network. Then I want to see this as it's saving. Okay, so we are going to take this image, put it here, and then we are going to add the image name, photo, the description, studio, and that is it. And then let's click add. As you can see, okay, let's wait, still processing. And then let's check the response. So we are supposed to get a JSON object here with a newly added object. It's taking some time. I don't know why. Let me just check the terminal. Okay, it's still compiling. Okay, let's just wait. It wants us to be patient. In case you forgot, guys, I've got a 10-hour coaching course. Please feel free to check the document on the project asset. It's a 10-hour one-on-one coaching course. You can just buy it here, or you can just book your free hour coaching call where I will teach you exactly what you want to know. Sometimes you've got questions that you cannot ask on a video course, on a video tutorial. Okay, there are some things that you want. So here I evaluate and see where you are in terms of the path and your knowledge, and then I will teach you exactly what you want to learn. Okay, so enough about this. We were waiting for this. Okay, it's still compiling. Very strange. I think it's finished. Okay, as you can see, guys, we have made some sort of a mistake. Okay, we are not supposed to get these specs and action and whatever. If you see this, there is a mistake that we did. It's not a big one, but obviously it's a mistake. We have forgotten to await Prisma. Okay, so here, check here, guys. Okay, here, as you can see, we are not getting this object, but we are getting Prisma product client. We don't want product client. So what we forgot to do is to await Prisma, to await this promise so that it can give us the exact object. So that's why you don't see a pure JSON object here. Okay, I'm assuming that even though this is some sort of a bug, but it's not some sort of, let's say, a major one, because I would like to believe the data has been added, but it's such that we are getting the wrong output. So let's check first by the images. Let's see, do we have that image? As you can see, guys, here is the studio image. And then let's go to the database and check. This database takes time to refresh. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Yes, so this database takes time to refresh. Let's just go back and see. If it doesn't, I will refresh it manually. Where is product? Okay, as you can see, there's nothing here. So let's do what? Let me click on product, and then let me refresh. All right, it looks like nothing has been added. Okay, nothing has been added. Okay, guys, that means this was not executed. This just brought us a function. Okay, that is nothing to write a story about, because we know what we are doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this logo. As you can see, here's the logo. Let's save the logo instead. Okay, let me just type here, instead of photo, let's say logo. Okay, and then let's add it. As you can see, Now, suppose we get exactly this JSON object, okay? So let's just go back here to check if there is data there. Let's refresh because this DB always has some issues. It takes time to refresh. As you can see, guys, now on product, we've got logo, and that brings us to the end of this session. Thank you so much for making it up to this far. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe. All right, guys, let's continue. So now we are able to add the image, add all the details, and send this to the database. But as you can see, these values are always here. Okay, we don't reset the form and we don't show any loading spinners. So the first thing that we're going to do, we are going to add an indicator, progress indicator. So we are going to do this differently. Instead of just adding it into a code, we are going to create a reusable component. Okay, so let's just go to component. Let's just call this app, let's say toggle, okay, loading, okay, .tsx. Okay, so what we want to do, let me just type rfce. Okay, as you can see here is toggle loading. So what we want to do here, we want to receive children. Okay, children, apologies about this. And then let's type this children as React node. Okay, let's just copy this as is, React node. Okay, and then I think we are going to receive a flag is loading. Okay, and this is loading is going to be true. Sorry, it's going to be a boolean. All right, so what we want to do here, we want to check, do we have is loading? Do we have is loading? If we have is loading, what we want to return, we want to return a spinner. If is loading is equal to true, don't we have a spinner from cn? Okay, let's see. Or else we're going to return children. Okay, now let's check this spinner. Let's see on UI components. UI, don't I have something like a spinner here? Here is it. Let me, okay, copy it like this. Okay, what I can do, maybe let me just add a React fragment to wrap everything. You never know. Maybe that is the reason why we don't really see the spinner. As you can see, now we've got the spinner here. And then, what do we want in terms of a spinner? I think this works well. So let's just get into it. What does this mean? This means that we are going to receive children. What might children be? Any button that we want to toggle, so that when a process is triggered, this button will be hidden and then the spinner will be shown. Okay, I hope you understand this. I think this is a bit simpler, not complicated. So let's just go here and use it on the page. Just go to the page and go to the button, the submit button. We are going to wrap this submit button, okay, with this is loading. Okay, so now this is loading, is looking for the loading indicator. Okay, so we are going to put the loading indicator here, maybe true, let's say. Okay, that means this is loading. And in terms of the children, these are the children. Okay, anything that is in between here is being replaced by children. So let's see when this is spinning, what will happen, because if this is true, this is not supposed to show. Okay, as you can see, this is compiling. I don't know why my computer is a bit slow. Okay, my apologies about this. So that's what we want to do here. As you can see, here is the is loading. Okay, and then as you can see, it loads somewhere on the side. Okay, I don't want that, so let's just go back go to definition, and what we want to do, we want to have a div here and we want to have a div here. So let me just remove this. Okay, and then I want a class name. The width of this container must be full. The width must be full. And then in terms of the height, I'm not sure what height might it be. What if then we can just, for now, let's just make it a width of full. What if we can, what can I say, delegate the styling of this container to the calling module? Because now I'm going to make it width of full and make it this height, and you realize that in some instances this is not ideal. Okay, so let's check here why there is the type element children does enable type of React node. Let's see. Let me remove this and see. My apologies about this. Okay, I wonder what happened. Okay, I just want a div here and a div here. Then is this loading? This one here. Okay, let me just undo for now, and then let me just receive class name here. I think it's more later, class name, and then I'm going to receive class name as a string here. Class name is a string, and then this is going to be optional. Okay, it might be there, it might not be there. The fact that I'm reserving class name, that doesn't mean that this div problem I have solved it. Okay, let's see. What if I can return a div here and a div here? What will happen? And then let's just type test. This works very well. Let's put some JavaScript. Everything works well in terms of JavaScript. Is it a .tsx file? Yes, this is a .tsx file. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me remove this. I don't think I need these curly braces. Okay, as you can see, I'm just displaying children as they are. So what I want to do now, I want to take this class name and add it here. Let's see. So as you can see, this class name goes exactly here. So what I want to do, can I make a width of this full? Can I do that? Let's see. We are going to take a utility class from Shatsian, this one. I think it's a short for class names. And then we are going to put some sort of the class names that we want to always apply. That means we are going to make sure that this is always in the center and this is always a width of full. Okay, a width of full. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we can just pass, sorry about that, let's pass these here. Okay, so this is like combining two Tailwind utility classes. Okay, this is going to prioritize this, and it might override, it might change this if the same styles appear here. Okay, for now let me just put a bg of this one. I just want to see how this is. As you can see now, because of the width is full, this is always in the center of whatever container where it is. This is much better, guys, than what can I say, than this indicator being in the corner here. Okay, I'm happy with this. For now, if we want to change it, we can always change it by applying the CSS style. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then in terms of the color, let's see if we can change this color. sorry, text red. Okay, text red. Text red. Let's check if we are able. Okay, that means we are able to change this color. So what else do I want here? This is class name, and then let me try to make this a bit standard so that I cannot overcomplicate things. Let's say text 3XL. Let's see. Okay, how do I change this? Do we have some sort of a size? Let me make this important and see. It's my first time to use this. Does this have a size? Okay. Let's just go to Shotzi and Spinner. Spinner, let's just quickly check the size. Okay, components, I want a spinner. How do we change the size of a spinner? There are some spinners here with different sizes. Class name size is equal to 4 and 8. I think I'm looking for size. Let's add size. Let's add size of 4. Let's see. Apologies about this. Text red. Size dash 4. All right. Let me just put a height of 5. Okay, let's leave this like this, guys. This is going to take some time unnecessarily, as long as we know that whatever that we want to do is happening. The only thing that I want to do now is to make sure that I'm using the same color, which is the primary color. Okay, we will deal with the loading spinner later. Okay, let's see, where is the declared colors? Okay, let's just copy this, and then we are done with this. And then we are done with this. Okay, let's see. What have I copied? This is what I want to copy. Text right, okay. Let me just reinforce this to be important. Maybe that's why the size is not happening. So what we did here, we have just added a loading spinner that will toggle. So now when we what can I say, when this is loading, how do we know if this is loading? Let's go to the mutation. So the reason why I named my own what can I say, my own methods this way, I wanted to always come here and type form mutation. Okay, as you can see, this will take me straight to form mutation. So form mutation has some methods that are coming here. For instance, let's check here. Is loading form dot is pending. Okay, that means if it's pending, that means it's busy processing. Okay, let's just use this. Okay, so now everything is going to show here because there is nothing pending. As soon as there is something pending, then it's supposed to spin. Let's see. As you can see, it was pending and it came back quickly. That means everything went well. At least now we are done with this one. And what we want as well, we want to make sure that when, let's see, as this thing is processing, let's go back to that form mutation. Okay, so what we want to do, as this is processing, as soon as it's done processing and everything is done, then let's clear the input and display a message. So what we want to do here on this form mutation, I would like to believe there are some methods that we can pass here, which is on success. Okay, on success. Then let's pass an arrow function here. So when everything is done on success, what we want to do first, we want to execute the reset of React hook form to make sure that our form is empty. Okay, I think this is a method. Let's test that. So it's going to process. As you can see, now everything has managed to reset. And then, so this reset comes from here. Let me just quickly show you from React hook form, as you can see. Okay, now what we want to do when everything is done, everything is successful, we want to display a toast. Okay, a toast, not from Redis UI. Is it a toaster or a toast? Now I'm not sure. Okay, edit. Okay, but what we can do, we can go and check here on ChatCN and see. First of all, it's telling us that if you want to use a toaster, make sure you import a toaster and put it on your layout. Let's just check if we have that. Where is our layout? Sorry, this is product. Here is the layout. Do we have a toaster here? We don't. Let's put a toaster here and import it from, is it toast or toaster? Okay, I think it was toaster. Let's just double check. Okay, it's toaster. Okay, from ChatCN UI. I'm happy with that. Okay, and then from there, what do we use? As you can see, we use a small letter toast from Sona. Let me just copy this as it is, guys. Okay, to save some time. And then what I want to do, not toaster, I want toast. Then from Sona, small toast, where is it? Let me just copy the import as well. Okay, let's go back here. Let me just copy the import as well. It's not there. Okay, where am I copying this? Toaster, we're importing it from Sona, which is here, is it? And why here I don't have it. Let's just paste this from component UI toast, has no export default. Let's just check the Sona. My apologies about this. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's go to layout. Let's go to definition and let's just search for toast. Okay, small letter. There is no small letter toast here. What I'm going to do, let me just install this again. Okay, install a Sona. Let me just open this terminal, a new one, and let's install the Sona. Okay, if it's asking me to override, I will override everything. Okay, installing the dependencies. So now, guys, after this, we will be done with this section. We just want to, what can I say? We want to display a message so that the user can know that the process is complete, and that will be it. Okay, let me just pause the video because this is taking some time. All right, guys, it looks like it has finished. So let's go back here. Okay, let's go back. Where do we want to be? I want form mutation. Okay, and as you can see, guys, now toast doesn't have an error. And why do we have some sort of an error here? Okay, let's see. Go back to that toast again and import it. Form mutation. Form mutation. Let's see. As you can see, here is a toast from Sona. And then we are done, guys. Okay, we just had to install it. And then let's just check what is the Sona going to do. Okay, this is supposed to tell us it needs a file image. All right, let's test and let's add. As you can see, event has been created. And then the other thing, guys, before we finish, let me teach you some not necessarily advanced technique, but things that are expected in real life and in production. Okay, as this is spinning, these are able, meaning that you can come here and delete and do something. Okay, which is wrong. So what we want to do, we want to go to our own input, to all our inputs. Okay, and then I think there's an option which is called disabled here. So if this is true, check what, sorry, if this is true, check what happens. Input, which one is this? This is a file. Check here what happens. You cannot click it. Okay, so this means that what we want to do, we want to always add this disabled, and then we want to go to form mutation dot is okay, dot is what is pending. That means when it's pending, this must be disabled. Okay, so that you cannot add or change or do anything. Even this one, the text area. Okay, and I think even this one. And then this is the last one. So let's go back and check. Okay, then let's save. As you can see, guys, image expected. As you can see, it was blinking in a way. Okay, as you can see, okay, it disables and then it enables after. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. If you might want to learn more from me, please don't forget that I've got a 10-hour one-on-one coaching course. You can book now your free hour here at hlazomatthew@gmail.com. I will talk to you. I will teach you exactly what you want to know. I will advise you. This is coaching. Everybody needs someone to help them to get there, and I'm here and I can be your mentor. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. All right, guys, let's continue. As you can see here, we've got this ad product page, which works well, even though there are some minor alignments, UI alignments here. We will deal with that later. So let's just go to product list and let's create a product list. What we are going to do now, we need to create reusable component, and also we need to avoid these minor UI things that don't align. So with that being said, first of all, we need to create a reusable wrapper. Okay, this add product wrapper. So how are we going to do that? Let's go to app add product, admin add product, this page. And what we want to do, we want to reuse things. Okay, we are going to use this as a template to write a clean code. Let's get into it. So what we want to do here, we want to go to our JSX. Let's see. As you can see, we've got this outer template here, and then we've got this. Okay, so I'm thinking we can take this, okay, and then create a page wrapper. So let's go to components, and then let's just create a page wrapper. Let's just call this a container .tsx. Okay, rfce, and then we are going to paste this here. Okay, let's see. I think we just need another div here to close that one, and that is it. Okay, what we want to do here, we want to receive children, and then we need to type this children as React node. Okay, make TypeScript happy. And we want to take these children and we want to render the children somewhere here. My apologies about this. I want to render the children here. Okay, so we need to somewhat test this. So let's go to this is product. Where is list? Product admin product. This is dashboard. This is product list. Okay, product list. So here we want to return this instead. Okay, this container. Let's just write test here. Okay, and then we want to import it. Okay, as you can see. So now what we want to do, we want to test this container. Let's just go to product list. As you can see, seemingly this container is working fine. Okay, but we just have to make sure that this container does exactly what we want it to do. So let's just go back here, because if we don't, we might struggle with styling. Okay, so let's just fix the background of the outermost div and see. As you can see, the outermost div doesn't have a width of full. This is a problem, okay, because it will catch us up some other time. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't have a width of full. Now it has a width of full, but it doesn't want to some sort of spread. Okay, these are the CSS issues. Okay, these are the CSS issues. We need to quickly fix this, because if we don't, it will catch up with us. So let's just put here 400 and see if we put a value here. As you can see, this spread. Okay, this is some sort of a styling issue, so we need to fix it. So what we want to do, or how do you fix this? If your child, what can I say, if your child element misbehaves in terms of width and height, okay, what you need to do, you need to go to your parent. Okay, let's just set that the height of full. uh, um, let's see. Okay, as you can see, the height of full works well. It's the width that doesn't work. So you need to go to your parent. We need to know who governs this. Okay, the best way to do that is to always check your layout, because the layout is the one that is responsible for a lot of things. So let's see here. We've got the sidebar trigger here that does nothing in terms of parenting. We've got this main. This main does something in terms of parenting. Okay, so let's come here. Let's set bg gray here. Let's see, because if this guy doesn't have the width, how can you expect the child to have the width? As you can see, okay, that main seemingly doesn't span across the entire page. So let's make this width full. Okay, and let's see. As you can see, now that the width is full, then our container is full. Okay, so we need to always make sure that our CSS is in order. I think here on product, that is one of the things that we were careless about. Okay, that's why some of our things don't align. We will fix those later. So always make sure that you are happy with your CSS. Okay, that means this is with a full, and I'm happy with this. And let's check here, I'm happy with this. Okay, makes sense, 100%. And then what I want to do as well, I want to go to product container. Okay, now I know the product container, it's a width of full. I think I can remove this. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then what we want to do, we want to make sure that in the product container, we don't only receive the children, we want the page title. Okay, let's just type here title. Okay, the title is going to be a string. Okay, and the title, let's say the title can be there and it cannot be there when somebody wants. Maybe we might reach a situation where we don't want the title, we only want this. Okay, so the title is supposed to be here, and then we are going to put the title here and just do this, and then we put the title here. Okay, let's type this. and paste it here. So let's say title Y. Okay, this title is going to be what? Let's make this a React node. Okay, let's make this a React node so that let's see, title operation title. Okay, if it doesn't want me to do this, let's do this. If there is a title, do this. If okay, now I see, guys. My apologies about this. I see what is the problem now. Okay, I see what is the problem now. Let's make the title a string as it was, and let's do this. We need to do it here. Okay, my apologies about this. Okay, we need to do this one here. Okay, if there is a title, render this. If there is no title, don't render that. Okay, let's paste title here. Okay, I'm happy with this. So now suppose there is no title here. And then what we want to do, we want to go to our product list, and then we want to add a prop here, which is title, and then product list. As you can see, now we have created our first reusable template. Okay, some sort of component. I'm happy with this. What's next? Okay, what's next? What we want to do now, we want to install what can I say, maybe we can continue with what we want to continue with our query first. Okay, our mechanism for fetching information. Let's quickly do that. Do we have an endpoint for this? We will create it later. Const. Okay, what we want to do here, we want to get let's say this is a table query. Okay, table query underscore query. Okay, this is a query for a table, is equal to, we are using 10-stack query, is equal to use query. Okay, 10-stack query is, so is equal to use query. We're going to open this and pass a object, and then we want to pass a query function. Okay, let's pass a React component, and let's just make this async. We don't have to return anything at the moment. And let's add a query key. A query key is an array of strings. Okay, what is this query key going to be? This is very, very, very important. We need to go to a page where we are creating the product, and then how do we go there? Let's go to form underscore mutation. Form underscore mutation, and then we pick this. Okay, sorry, this is a mutation key. Yes, let's see what we want to do. Let's see, are we invalidating any queries here? No. Okay, let's pause here about this stage. Okay, for now, don't mind much about what I was trying to do. I will tell you when we get there. Okay, so the query key here is to make our life easier. Let's always type this product list. Okay, so that these can be easier for us to remember. Okay, product list, I will explain more about this later. So what we want to do here, we want to return and we want to await an Axios function dot get, not dot post, and then we're going to pass here API. Okay, let's say the endpoint is going to be get products. Or I think I don't think this is the best naming convention for API endpoints to have get. Okay, I don't think so. So this add product, I think we were wrong here. So let's just do this. Let's just type here products. Okay, products. Okay, products. It's get. By default, you are supposed to know that you are getting product, because the, what can I say? Um, the HTTP request tells you that you are getting products. Okay, I think that's the best way to go about it. Wait. Okay, as you can see, now this is going to give us um, that let's see here, dot data. Let's see. So we want to await product dot data. Okay. This is Axios. This is how you get data from Axios. And then what else do I want to do? We are done with getting this data here. Okay. We just have to think, what is it that we want to do with this data? Okay. The first thing that we want to do with this data, let's just go and create this endpoint. Okay. Come here, API, and then let's just type here products. Can it be a small letter? Products, to make our lives easier. Okay, products. Let's just come here, products. And then what we want to do here, we want to put route.ts. Okay, and then we want export get equal to an arrow function equal to an arrow function export const. Sorry about this. Export const. As you can see, do we need some sort of query parameters? I don't think we do for now. Okay, believe me, I don't think we do. So what we want to do now, we want to use const when we were creating, we had some sort of created item. So for now, let's just type here items. Okay, yeah, let's just type items here. Okay, we are general for a reason, you will see why. And then we want to use Prisma from lib dot, what do we want here? We want to go to products and dot get, let's say dot find many, as you can see. And that is it, because we are not filtering by any, let's say, um what can I say? There is no filtering. Find the items with products greater than 20 items with certain characteristics. We are not doing that. And then we just want to return. Okay, we want to return next. Okay, it's this, we don't want the next request. We want the next response.json. Okay, next response.json. And what we want to do, we want to pass this Prisma. We want to pass this Prisma and the status, okay, of 200. That means everything goes well. But as you can see here, we are not defensive. Let's try to be defensive. If there is no items, okay, if there is no items, let's just share this item is not just item. Let's say db. Okay, db items. These items are coming from the db. Okay, if there is no db items, okay, then do this. Okay, I think we can copy and paste here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just go back here to product list. Okay, let's just type here and paste. If there is no db items, as you can see, next response. Okay, what are we going to do? If there are no items here, that's not an error. Okay, if there are no items there, that's not an error. I think what I want to do here, I want to bulletproof this, okay? To bulletproof it. So sending some empty items here, that's not much of a problem, guys, okay? That's not an error. I think what I want to do, I'm reminding myself that what if there is an error somewhere here? Okay, somewhere here, let's say on Prisma. How are we going to catch it? So this brings us to a try and catch block, okay? Why it looks like I forgot a try and catch block. Let's see. Okay, catch, I think it's something like this. Oh, nope, it's something like this. Try and catch block. Okay, and then we are catching an error here. Okay, so what we are doing here, guys, we are saying, okay, if there is anything that happened here and we don't know what might happen here, believe me, something might happen here. Okay, whatever that is, we need to catch it. Okay, and then return an error here. I hope that makes sense. Okay, am I on product list? Looks like I'm in the wrong place, guys. Okay, I just have to copy this. Let's see. I'm in product and I don't want to be in product. I want to be in products. Okay, no, I'm on the right place. Sorry, guys, I'm on the right place. Okay, so what we want to do here, let's go to, okay, let's go to add product. Let's copy that function. This is the add product that I want. This is the function that I want to copy again. Okay, Control C. Let me highlight it. Control C. Go to add products on the API. Add product. This product list. Then let's return. Okay. I don't want this and I don't want this. Okay. Now what we want to do here, let me format this. Okay. So as you can see, guys, we're making use of a try and catch block. If there is anything that happens here, please catch that error and return it here. Okay. Now what we want to do here, we want the error, which is going to be the actual error. Okay. Okay, let me help you to understand this. Okay, we're going to display this error here, and then for now let's just display the error. Okay, only. Okay, whatever error it is, and then I'm happy with this. Okay, this data of 500, and then guys, let's go back here and just copy this, and then let's return this db here. Okay, let's see. I think here I want to put this as is. We are returning DB items and the status here is 200. Okay, let's just read this to see if we did everything right. Okay, we've got our get. Is it an async? Okay, it's not an async. Let's make sure that it's an async. Okay, and then we are trying here. And then as you can see here, there is some sort of Prisma promise. We don't want to get a promise. This means that we didn't await this. Once we await it, it gives us exactly this as an array. That means a list of DB items, okay, which those DB items is the products. Okay, let's continue. So we are going to, if there is an error somewhere here, this will jump to this place. Should it continue here, that means there is no error. Then it will send that empty array. Okay, that means there's no problem with sending empty array. Now that we've got an endpoint that I'm sure it's working, let's just go to the not on the API, somewhere here on admin, and in this page we want to go to this query, and then after this query we want to console log just to test if we are going to get a list of items. Okay, let's say data, let's say. Okay, and then we are going to paste this dot data. Okay, and then let's go and do the test. So what is this telling us? Some of the pages, they are the server. That is all right, or that is true, because we didn't tell Next.js if this is a client, use client. Okay, this is a client page. Okay, so let's continue. And then we want to inspect and check the console log. In fact, without even checking the console log, we can check the network here. Okay, let's load again. Okay, suppose we have products here and products returns a list of products. Okay, This is great improvement. Okay, this is all the list of the products that we have. I'm happy with this. And then let's continue, guys. That means we are winning. What we want to do, we want to display this list of products. So let's go to shard.cn, uh, and then let's go to components. We want shard.cn data table. Let's go here. Where is shard.cn data table? Maybe somewhere here. And then let's go to the installation. Let's go to the installation. Okay, introduction, detail to a component. Is this the data table? Let's see. Structure columns. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's just check the installation, introduction table. Yes, installation. Here is it. Let's just copy this and go to this terminal. Okay, in which terminal? Not in this one. Let's check this one. Let's install it. Okay, now we want to display that data in a table. Okay, then let's just go here because there are some things that we need to copy and paste. Okay, add a 10 stack React table dependency. I'm thinking we already have this. I think that command. Oh, okay, let's copy and add the let's see. Okay, I think this command will add that automatically. Oh, okay, here is the command for doing that. My apologies about this. Looks like I'm lost now. Okay, so as you can see, we are adding this command. Let's continue, guys. Keep it going and keep it flowing like water. Now, what we want to do, let's check. Here is the product structure. Let's see, basic table. What are we going to copy here as a sample? Okay, data table component. Let's see why. I am lost a little bit here. Where is this component? Okay, payments, data table. Okay, let's see. All right, let's go back here. Okay, my apologies about this. Let's take things step by step. We're going to build a table, recent payments. All right, first of all, where is our column definitions? Okay, I'm looking for column definitions. Let's see. Column definition. Okay, this is what I want first. Okay, let's copy this and create this page. So in products, we're going to create our columns.tsx. Is it ts or .tsx? I think yeah. Let's just leave it as tsx. Okay, I'm happy with this. Then what's the next step after the column definition? Okay, then we want to create the data table. Here is the data table, as you can see. Let's copy this and then let's create this data table. Okay, and then what else do we want to do? We're done with this. Render the table. We want to render the table. Okay, this is a page where we are going to render the table, right? So let's just copy this page as it is and then paste it here. Okay, is there anything? Nope, we can't just paste it here because we already got something here. So let's do this. Let's just paste this part. Okay, this JSX part here. Okay, inside this test. Okay, it will need a data table. We're going to import a data table. It will need some columns. We're going to import the columns. In terms of the data, let's take it from here. Here is it. Where is it? Get data. What I'm going to do, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to, where is that data? Don't we have that data somewhere here? Defined. Okay, let's just check, guys, here. I think here is the payments data, but still here it's not all of it. Okay, let's just take this one. Okay, let's make our own array from here. Okay, const data. Even here it will work. Const data is equal to, we've created our own array. We don't need this and we don't need this. Okay, let's see. Here is the data. Okay, let's see what columns is saying. Is not assignable to a type of column definition, ID, number, email string. All right. Maybe what might be the challenge now, because the data doesn't really complain. Okay, let's just run this and see first how it looks like. Okay, as you can see, guys, everything works well. Okay, we will fix the TypeScript things later. The reason why I'm saying that simply because we are going to change these types anyway. Okay, we are going to change almost like everything here. Okay, so we don't really, what can I say? We don't really have to worry about the TypeScript here as if this is the only thing that we are going to do. We are going to change this anyway. So guys, let's do this. What I want to do first, I want to change, let's go to column definitions. Okay, I want to change this type. Okay, I want to change this. What are we going to do? Let's be clever. Okay, we need a type from, we need a type, and this type is going to be what? It's going to be products, and it must come from um what's from Prisma. Okay, Prisma does have some types that it can supply us. For instance, let's check products here. Okay, if product has been defined like this, Prisma can supply a type called products. Okay, type products. Okay, what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Okay, let me type something with product so that we can import this product. Check here, guys. I'm gonna type this not with payment. Let's just delete payment because we're not going to use it anyway. This is complaining. Let's type this as product. Now it's telling us that we don't know where product is. Let's import it. Let me press Control and space and import it from Prisma generated. Okay, as you can see from here. Not Prisma client. Let's try generated. Okay, not Prisma client. As you can see, here is the product, and this is exactly the type that we want. Okay, and then from there, let's just open this. Let's just copy from this type the structure of this. Okay, and then let me paste the structure here. I'm going to leave this as it is. What I want to do, I want to define the column. Let me explain to you what is going on here. With shardCN data table, in fact, not necessarily shardCN, okay? Behind the hood, this uses 10 stack table, okay? So what's going on with 10 stack table? You need to define your columns, okay? These columns are like the column headers, okay? So let's do that, okay? We have an accessor key. An accessor key is a value that is equal to these, okay, exactly as they are from your own data. So we are going to copy this and paste it here. Okay, this is how we're going to access, and then we are just going to name this must we say product name, or let's just say name, because this table is going to be long. If we can put product name, product ID, as you can see, it might be longer unnecessarily. Okay, so let's first do this. Let's start with an ID. My apologies about that. Okay, ID, because the IDs must always be first, and then the name, and then name. Let's go back here, description, product description, and then here description. And then what we are going to do, we are just going to copy this again as a duplicate, enter, enter, enter. And then let's go back on description, price, go to price, put price here, price, and then let's go back here, price stock, um, after price stock, and then image. Okay, the product image cannot be in the end, guys. Okay, I think the product image deserve to be somewhere here. Okay, deserve to be somewhere here. Okay, so let's put it here. Okay, images, let me delete this. Okay, this double I, images, as you can see. For now, just for the sake of testing, category ID and created at, I don't think we need those at the moment. Okay, for the sake of teaching you about time, date, and other things, let's just take updated at. Okay, let's just take updated as price stock. Let's just take updated at, and then let's just take updated at. Okay, I'm going to teach you something about this. Okay, now we've got columns that do not match with the data. As you can see, the only thing that seems to match with this data is the ID. That's why you see nothing here. There's nothing wrong with this because the data doesn't match. Now what we want to do, we want to go to our product list page. As you can see, what we want to do in the product list page, we want to delete this dummy data. Okay, because we're not going to use it. Why? Because we've got our data. Okay, let's look at our data here. As you can see here, there are no types. Okay, so even if we can take this data to here, there will be some errors, suppose, because let's see, because as you can see here, there is name, ID, string, and whatever, but this is a type of any. I was expecting an error here. Okay, but there is no error. That's nothing to write a story about, because we are careful developers and caring. We know that we need to do something here so that the error could not be there. So what I want to do now, I need to, as you can see, there's no typing here. So if we type data dot, we see nothing. Okay, even though there are some names, dates, and whatever, we don't see it data. So what I want to do, I want to type this. So let's type this as a type of product. Okay, sorry, this is a type product. Okay, I don't know why. From generated, I'm happy with this. So this means that this is some sort of this object, but this is not only this object, this is an array. So we are typing this as an array. The first thing that we need to do, let's go to our console logged values. Okay, cannot read property of annual and undefined length. Okay, that's true. Let's fix this first. Okay, so what we want to do here, as I have told you, that there are some things, this is the error that I was expecting. There are some things that are getting here while this is null. Okay, meaning that null gets in here and causes this chaos. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to prevent that. Let's see. Let's render the table when we are sure if there is data there. Okay, let's render the table when we are sure if there is data there. So let's do this. Let's do this. Ask here if there is data. Okay, is data there? Okay, how we're going to do that, let's just put end and then render this table. Okay, we are only rendering this table when there is data. So if there is no data, we don't render the table. Okay, as you can see, guys, let me quickly pause this video here, guys, because my battery is running low. So as you can see, guys, we've got the ID, we've got the date, and everything. All right, guys, let's continue. As you can see, we have managed to create this awesome table. What we want to do now, as you can see, these images are supposed to be images, like visually, not just file names. Okay, so I'm going to teach you some sort of a better way to represent those by changing the column definition. So what I want to do here, let's see. I have to think about what I want to do. Let's go back to the image. Okay, as you can see here. So here on column definition, you can pass components, okay, like image components, and you give those image components, what can I say, some sources or SRCs or path to files. So what we want to do here, we want to define a custom cell, as you can see. Okay, and then this custom cell, we are going to pass a function here, some sort of a React function or component, okay, like this. And then what we are going to do here, we are going to return, or is there a best way? We're not going to make some conditions here and whatever. So let me show you this first, okay? We can return a paragraph here, a p tag, and then let's type here image. Okay, you will see what will happen on the image. Check here. As you can see, now we've got image here. So this is a component that we have rendered. What if we can substitute this with an image, okay, and then we pass an src? So that's what we want to do here. We want to take a next image. Okay, let's just take a div. My apologies about this. Let's just take a div. Okay, and then let's add a next image. Okay, a next image. It's a self-closing component, and then we need to give it some sort of an alt. Okay, sorry about that, an alt, and then empty string, the width. Okay, the width of, let's say, a width of 10 and a height of 10. Okay, let's see, and a height, where is the height? And a height of 10. Okay, I will fix this later. Let me just quickly type now, and a height of 10. Okay, let's just check what I have missed. Let's import it from next image, and we need an href. Okay, sorry, an src, suppose. Okay, for now, let's just do this. Okay, I'm happy with this. What do I want to do next? What I want to do, we are rendering images without, what can I say, without the src. Okay, that means there will be an error. I want to receive some sort of, let's call this item for now. I want to receive an item from here, and then in this item, I want to use it here. Okay, my apologies about this. I want to use this item here. Let's type here item dot, let's see, do I want to columns? No, let's say dot row. Okay, I think dot row dot original. I think we can have original here. And then what do we want from row original? We want this image. Okay, usually when you are using this, okay, there's always some sort of an error, as if this is not a string. Okay, or maybe this means that this string that you are accessing here, since it's coming from data or from the database, it can be null. Okay, but there is always some sort of an error here. Okay, so we need to some sort of ask if does this exist first. Let's do that. My apologies about this. Let me just copy. Let's say, does this exist first? Does it exist first? Or let me just do this. Okay, and do this first. Let me just check this. As you can see, this works well. So what we want to do, okay, let me do it the other way. Does this exist? Let's see. What do I want to do? Let me do this. I need to fix my logic. Okay, let me take these guys first. Okay, let me put some brackets here. Sorry, curly braces. I want to first, now I have reached a point whereby there is too much going on here, such that we need to convert this to some sort of more like a React component. Okay, as you can see, because we need a lot of things now. Okay, let's paste this here. Let's say return this. Okay, and then what we want to do, we want to delete this. Don't mind much about this. Okay, don't mind much about this. Now we are going to type here const image URL is equal to this. Okay, as you can see. Now what we want to do, since we have this image here, this simple const now, which can be null, before we return, let's ask something. Okay, let's take this image URL, and then we type here and we only display this image. Okay, this image up to here. Okay, only this image. We only display this image when this is defined. Okay, and then we are going to use in src, we are going to use this. I hope this is clear, guys. Okay, as you can see now, there is no complaint about string and what being null, simply because we only display this, we render this item when this is defined. Okay, and then what we want to do, I think we are done, because we have managed to put an src in this image. And suppose now we see images instead of the, okay, Next.js is complaining, saying that the image URL is invalid. That is true, guys. Remember, this is not the actual src, this is a file name. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's do this, and then let's do this. My apologies about this. I'm sneezing. It's getting cold in here. So what I want to do, I need to make this a path instead. So I want to go to uploads, /, I want to go to images / then the image name. Okay, let's go back and check what Next.js is going to say. Well, Next.js is saying nothing. As you can see here, the images, guys, are being rendered, but the images are too small. Okay, let's go back here and just change our width and height. Okay, let's make this 40 and 40. Okay, so that these can be a bit visible. As you can see, guys, I'm happy with this. Okay, at least you can get an idea or a sense of what image is it. Okay, so that you can get a picture of what's going on here. So we're not going to make these too big, because they are not for us to see, but what can I say, to view it in big scale or whatever, but we just want to have an idea. So I hope you are starting to understand how you can manipulate these, okay, and do whatever that you want to do. In case you didn't get it, let's do it on something else. Remember, I said I want to teach you something about this created at. We are going to do the same thing for this created at. We are going to get a cell here. Okay, my apologies about this. We're going to get add a function here. Okay, let's make it like React, because there are some things that we want to do. We are going to receive an item here, let's say, and then const, let's say, created time. Okay, const created time is equal to, let's take this item dot row dot original. Okay, dot, and let's get the time updated at. Okay, as you can see, this time is meaningless. Okay, we are going to make that time meaningful. Okay, I hope this is the right English or the correct English. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to take this time, okay, and we want to format it. Okay, we want to format this time. Can't we get format? My apologies about this. Can't we get format from date fns? Let's see, where is this format coming from? Nope, this is more like a component. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pass this way here. Okay, maybe this might be null, right? This might be null. Okay, so we need to first do whatever that we want to do when we know that this is not null. Let's do this, guys. Okay. Okay, or maybe let me not confuse you. Okay, let me not confuse you. Let me not confuse you. Let's take this and put it inside here as is. Okay, because at the same time you need to learn. Okay, let's say db let's say db date. Okay, because this is more like a time. This is a db date. This is the database. This is the date from the database as is. Okay, cool. Now we want const formatted date, let's say, equal to this. Okay, Now what we want to do, we want to make sure formatted date. What we want to do, we want to make sure that we format the date when this is true. Okay, so we are going to supply a formatted date here if this is true. Else let's type here no date. Okay, let's read what this means. We want to make sure that we format the date. Okay, we format the date when this is defined. Okay, because this can be null or undefined. Okay, so let's get into it. And then what we want to do, we want to use a function from date fns, which is format. Okay, this is not suggesting anything. Okay, maybe here is something from date fns, but let's just look for format. Here is it. Okay, format from date fns. So what we want to do, the first parameter, it's going to be the date, and the second one is the format of the date. Okay, so let's say the date is going to be dd, let's say / date month and then year. Okay, and then we need to pass the date here, which is this one. Okay, the db date, the one that is not formatted. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So now we are not rendering this, okay, as you can see. So we want to render it. What we can do, we can just return, okay, we can just return, let's just type a p tag here, and then inside that p tag we can pass this formatted date. Okay, so that means if the date is null, then it will type here no date. Okay, so let's go back, guys, and see. As you can see, now the date is starting to be short and meaningful. As you can see, now this is 17/24 2026. This is 17/20 2026, 17/21. So these are some sort of different dates. Okay, even though I think I created these on the same day, I would like to believe so. Oh, okay, my apologies about that. This is updated at. Okay, I'm not sure about updated at, but I'm sure about created at. So in order to prove this, okay, because I can't judge if the output is true. Why? Because we didn't update anything. Okay, the updated at what can I say, field, I have not used it before. I'm not sure if Prisma has got some demi data or whatever. Okay, so but I'm sure created it, there is something there. Okay, so let's just check this. Let's just go here and change updated at to created at. Okay, because I know that created at has got a time. Okay, let's just change this to be, okay, the accessor key is this, and then let's created at. Okay, so now I know that this is created, so I can judge these dates if they are meaningful. Okay, now that this is created at, this is 17 17 17 17 17. So I think in terms of what can I say, in terms of the day, it's more meaningful because I created this on the same day. Okay, 24. Okay, what we are going to do, let's try to go to date fns and try to format this in such a way that it gives us the date and what can I say, the date and the month in terms of the name of the month. Okay, however, we can just play some tricks here. I'm happy with this date, which is the 17th, because today it's the 17th. I'm happy with the year because it's 2026. I'm not sure about this 20 and 21 and 24, okay, which is somewhere here, the month. Okay, now can't we put capital letters here, because sometimes you can put capital letters here. I don't really have a clue as to these functionalities. Okay, but what I know with these capital letters, these alphabets, you can change them as you wish. So let's change that and see. As you can see, now that we have put capital letters, this is making sense. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, this is the 17th 02 2026, and this displays exactly that. Okay, So let's just push this further before we end this. Let's see if maybe we can display these in a way that is readable. Okay, can we see that on date FNS? But for your own task, you can come and check here. How do you display these in a way that what can I say? In a way that the month could be in a way that the month could be a readable, what can I say, a readable month, like February and whatever. Okay, otherwise for me I don't see anything like it here. Okay, you can just go and read it. So I think, guys, let's we have reached the end of this tutorial. Happy with this. Okay, this works very well. Now let's test something. Let's test something. When we add, but this is not going to work. This is not going to work. My apologies about that. I wanted us to check when we add something here, is this table going to refresh automatically? The answer is yes, because these two guys are in a different module. So whenever you hit this refresh automatically. So I cannot show you that the query invalidation works. Let's end this video here for now. We will continue in the next one. Thank you so much for making it up to this far. Don't forget, in case you might want one-on-one coaching, I'm offering it. You can get 1 hour for free and ask any question, and then I will answer you as far as Next.js and React is concerned. Okay, as you can see, these are the details of the coaching course and what it is and what it does. Okay, I teach you one-on-one. You get a chance to ask question, whatever that you want, because I believe students are not the same. Some people are absolute beginners, and some of them, they are not those absolute beginners. So we cannot have got one course that fits all. Thank you so much for making it up this far. I hope you have subscribed. See you on the next one. Right, guys, let's continue. As you can see now, we've got the add product section, and we've got the product list section. Okay, so what we want to do now, we want to add another section for categories. Okay, it looks like every section is going to have some sort of an add and a list. Okay, so let's first fix some minor UI things, and then before we continue, so what I want to do here, this gap, okay, makes our UI looks a little bit what can I say, not balanced. Okay, so what we want to do here, we want to go to the product page, add product, let's say admin, add product in this page. And what we want to do, where there is an image, let me just search here when there is where there's an image. Okay, the JSX looks like I can just scroll here to check this, where there is an image here. Okay, there is some sort of a container here, as you can see. Let's add a border to this container, and then border, let's say -1. Okay, let's remove this first. Let's add border and see. Okay, I'm happy with this. So as you can see, this is much better. And the other thing that we want to do, we always want in this list, we always want to start with add and then the list. Okay, and what I want to do, I want this to be easy to read. Okay, but for now, let's just change the arrangement. I'm thinking of changing that terminology. Okay, so where are we going to fix that? Let's go to sidebar. Okay, I think somewhere here on app sidebar. Let's see, where is that array on app sidebar? Let's see, where is app sidebar config. Okay, on app sidebar config, this admin is not necessarily admin, it's product. Okay, it's product. So as you can see, we've got add product in the end, at the end, and then we want to put it here. For me, I would like to change this to create, guys. Okay, and then this one is going to be list. Okay, let's see how is that going to look like. Isn't this supposed to change accordingly, or it's me? Okay, let's see. Suppose this has changed. Now where are we if this doesn't change? Where are we if this doesn't change? Let's see, app sidebar. Did we save this? Yes. Let's see. Path at product, and this is list, and this is the label. So we've got create here. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come here, delete all of terminals. I just want to refresh. Okay, I just want to refresh this npm run dev. Okay, I don't know why it's not updating because the source of truth is this one. Why do we have a logo here? Am I in the correct place? I don't think so. Let's see. Let's see. There is this app sidebar. Okay, my apologies about this. It looks like, okay, now I see. Okay, it looks, let me just click undo. Okay, this is the wrong thing. Okay, this app sidebar is in a different folder. Remember, we've got a folder here for copying things. Okay, now I understand. App sidebar, not this one, okay, but this one from the components UI. And then what we want to do, let's look for the config section. As you can see, now here on product list, I want list only. And here on add product, I want create. And then I want create to be first and then list after, and then remove this one. And then what I want to do, instead of admin, I want product here. Okay, you will see how this is going to make sense. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then let's go back here. Let's check now. Okay, this is still compiling. Okay, so if there is a product here, if we are creating, what do you think we are creating? I would like to believe that you think we are creating a product. If there is a list here, this is a list of what? Okay, it must be a product list. Okay, so all of our route are going to take this some sort of naming convention. Okay, then let's add the update. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to come here, and then we've got dashboard, we've got product. Sorry. Let's add category. My apologies about that. We want a category, product or categories. Okay, let's say category list. Let's use this naming convention here, category list. And then what I'm going to do now, there is category list, but before the category list, we will have to add the category, right? So let's just type here, add category. Okay, let's add category. This is a file. I don't want a file. I want a folder. Add category. And then let's go to add product. Okay, let's copy this as is. Okay, let's copy this as is. Okay, let's copy this as is, as you can see. Now we are going to use our template. Okay, I always told you that the reason why we define things like this and things are general, it's for copy and paste when we create a new, what can I say, a new add page. Okay, so now we are going to do that. Okay, so what we want to do first, we want to go to category schema. Okay, let's go to category schema to see what do we have there. Let's check where is my schema, Prisma schema, where is category? Here is category. And then these are the things created at, we don't really need. I think in terms of category, we just have an ID and a name. Okay, the ID and the name, nothing much. Okay, so I'm happy with this name. And then in terms of ID, where are we going to get the ID? The ID will be generated. So it looks like the schema for category is just a name. You just add a category name. The system just has to make sure that in the back end and even in the database makes sure that this name is unique. So as you can see, guys, this makes our life easier. So if we would have named this, check here, guys, if this was product category, now we will have to change this. Okay, but in our case, because this is a form schema, this remains a form schema for product category and for products. Okay, as you can see, we don't have to change anything here. In terms of the type, the form type is inferred from the schema. This passes. And then what we want to do here, we just have to remove these because we don't have them in that schema. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then form mutation. Okay, yes, we are mutating. I'm happy with this. Let's look at form data. I don't think we need form data. So with the add product, we had to use form data here because we were having a file attached. When you are sending what can I say? When you are sending data to the API with files, the type of a form that you use or the type of data, it has to be a form data. But in this case, this is going to be just a JSON object. So this can be a form type. Okay, as you can see, guys, now that we are general, I always know things, even if like I can't forget things, because I know in this module we've got a form type. And then here we want api.add category. Remember, we said we are moving away from this naming convention. So this is just going to be category. Okay. Category. Should the API be post? Should the API, the HTTP request be post? And we've got category here. It means as a developer, it's add category. You don't have to add here, add category. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So we are sticking to best practices. And then the mutation key for this, let's just name it as add category. And then on success, event has been created. This is wrong. We just have to I think we can push this further. Okay, we can push this further, making this a great template. So now what we are going to do before we even get into the page somewhere here, we are going to declare some things here. Check here, guys. Const success message. Okay, const success. Okay, message is equal to, what is the success message for add category? It's category added. Okay. And then here we might even have some error message. Okay. Okay, error message. Okay, category failed. Okay, as you can see, guys. Okay, so what we want to do here, we want to go to this mutation. We are adding category. Here, we're just going to pass the success message. Okay, success message. Remember, we didn't pass the error. Okay, when there is an error here, some sort of, sorry, we didn't pass the error method here. Sorry, on error, not just error, because this is an event. On error, when there is an error, we want this to do something. So we want to do something, and whatever that we are going to do is going to be similar to this one. First of all is this toast here, and we pass here error message. Okay, error message. Okay, we are creating a template out of this that we can use to copy and paste. That's why our naming style was a bit general or generic. So I hope you do get what is going on now. Okay, and then let's continue. When there is an error, you display this, and what else do? You do nothing for now. Okay, let's come here, const images and other things, and use effect. We are not going to use all of these. Okay, we are not going to use all of this. Form submit, it's form type. I'm happy with this. And then we don't need this. Okay, we don't convert any form. Okay, we don't need the converted forms. We're just going to send this data as is. Okay, and what else? Let's just go here. In terms of the HTML, I would like to believe we are already inside this section, remember? So what we want to do, we only want to pass a form because this is already a reusable template that we are inside in. So I'm happy to just pass a form. Okay, where I am. Okay, here is a form. I'm happy with just passing a form. And then what I want to do, I only want one input. Okay, and this, we're not going to copy this one. Where is its wrapper? We are not going to copy this one. We are going to copy this one for the name. Okay, so we're just going to take this, and then I'm going to remove almost everything here from here up to the button. Before the button, where is the button? Okay, let's see. Let me delete up to this. Does this make sense? Yes. And then let's put one input there, okay, which is the name. But this is the category name. Okay, now let's go back, guys, and push this to a very, very, very general template. Okay, now we want here const is this a form name or model name? Let's say it is a form name because we are in the UI. Okay, my apologies about this. Form underscore name. This is a product. Okay, this is product. This is product. Okay, I'm happy with this. So what we are going to do here, apologies about this. So even here, we are going to make this generic. Okay, we are going to make this generic. Let's say, okay, sorry about that. Okay, is this, okay, this has to be inside. This is JavaScript, so it has to be here. So let's do this. Sorry, $sign. Okay, curly braces, and then we just have to space here and then name. Okay, so whatever form, then name. So that means it's going to be the category name. Let's go back here. Okay, and then what else do we want? We've got form is pending here. I'm happy with this. And what else? Form mutation, and then this one, we are going to change it to be like this. Okay, check here, guys. Okay, remove this button here, and then this is add. Remove this, and then let's type here add. I would like to believe this is going to be add product. Just like that, we are done with this. Okay, let's just go and check in the UI if does this looks better or presentable. Or remember, we don't have this route yet even here. So let's go and define it on the app sidebar. So here on the app sidebar, we've got a label product. So we just need to repeat this. Let's see, where does this end? It ends here. So we can copy this here and then paste this here. Then in pasting this here, instead of a product, we are going to type here category. Okay, we can change the icon as well if we want. And then we've got create here, and then the path is add category. Yes, so let's just remove this to type add category. Okay, and then the list, the path is what? It's category list. I would like to believe so. Okay, category list, even though I don't see it. Okay, here is it. I'm happy with this. What else? I think I'm done with this. Suppose now we have a category list here. So let's just go here and go to create on the category list, and let's, okay, in terms of the category list, I don't think we have used the wrapper component because we have implemented the wrapper component where only here. Okay, sorry, only on the product list. Okay, so let's use that wrapper component, product list. Let's go here. Where is that wrapper component? It's a page container. So let's just use a page container here on category. Let's say on category, add category. So instead of using, where is that? Instead of using this as a wrapper, where is it? Okay, so we are going to wrap this form. Okay, we are going to wrap this form with this. Okay, that's why we only have a form here. And then we are going to change this to, let's go and check the form name. Okay, I think we have something like that here. Where is it? This one. Okay, as you can see, this is becoming more like a template, or our template is becoming better. Okay, add form name. Let's say this is going to be category. Okay, this is fine. Or this is going to be add category. I'm happy with this. And then let's import this. Okay, let's just format this document. Format this document. I'm happy with this. Okay, let's go back here and then check on add category. What are we going to see there? Okay, suppose we see just a simple form with one field, which is our name, and that will be it. Okay, okay, while it's still loading, let's just go there and create an API endpoint for it. Okay, so let's just go to API, app API, and then instead of add product, let's just click here, category. Okay, category. Okay, and then in this category, what we want to do, okay, in this category, what we want to do, we want a route. Let's just copy this route as is. Okay, this route as is, and paste it here. And then what are we going to do here? It's very simple. We are not going to get the form data now. We are going to get the JSON. Okay, let's just get request .json, request.json. Okay, and then let's check what is it that we are going to get here. This is a promise. Because of it's a promise, this means that we need to await it so that it can give us the data of any. Okay, and then what we want to do, since form data is form data, as you can see, guys, what if we would have tried whatever form data? Now we will have to always change. Okay, no file input given. I'm happy with this. In terms of the JSON part, we are not going to, what can I say? We are not going to get it like this. Okay, we are not going to do that. We are going to get it as a JSON object. I think now we need to some sort of type this. Okay, isn't this, let's say, isn't this a generic function? Nope, it looks like it's not. Okay, looks like it's not. We cannot type this here. Let's just do this as, let's say, as string and see. Okay, we're telling TypeScript that this is going to be a string, so we can type this here. So this is coming here as name string. Okay, it's just a name and string, and that is it. And then what we want to check here, if there is no, let me just copy and remove this. If there is no name string dot name, if it's not there, okay, return this. Okay, product input, this is still specific. We don't want to be specific here. Okay, what we want to do is to say input fields required. Let's do that. Okay, input fields required. And then we don't need any files. Okay, we don't need the byte thing. We don't need any of these except the save. Okay, saved item, as you can see, we're not going to change this. Is going to be category dot create, and then we remove everything here, and we are going to use, okay, we are going to use where is that field, form data dot name here, form data dot name. And then if the save item has an error, internal server error. And that is it, guys. We are done with an API endpoint. Let's just check. This is category. And then let's just go to our front end or the UI. Let's check add category. Is this URL fine? And then this is category. I think this has got some, it stands like a great chance of working. As you can see, here is the, what can I say? Here is the form. We will fix this. Here is the form, and it has got the name and it has got the ad. So let's just quickly test this. Okay, let's say category is furniture, let's say. Okay, we've got a category which is furniture. Okay, and then let's add it and see. As you can see, guys, getting to category added, but there is no response here. Okay, that's not much of a problem. Let's check here. API category, everything has been added. It's such that we don't get the response. Let's double check why in category we are not getting the response. Okay, if not saved item, do this, else return this. Okay, let's first go and check here on the database. Do we have something under what? Under category. We have something under category. That means we are able to save the category. Here is it. Okay, we just need to check why this is not responding with something. Okay, maybe we didn't await something. Let's just double check, guys. Okay, let's just double check here. Okay, am I in the category? Yes. Let's format this first. Okay, let's just format this first. Format document. Let's just scroll up a little bit. Export const, I'm happy with this. I'm asyncing it. Yes. Okay, I don't need this. All right, I don't think I need this as well. Okay, let's just move this up and also move this up. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm hosting async, I'm receiving a request, and then from data, I'm awaiting this as this type. I'm happy with this. If there is no form data, return, I'm happy with that. Okay, if there is no form data.name, return, I'm happy with that. Const saved item, await prisma.category.create, I'm happy with this. Okay, and then if this saved item, there is something wrong, and then do this, else return saved item, and saved item it's like this. Okay, now I don't know why we are not getting the response. Okay, let's just quickly check for the last time. Let's say games here, and then let's add the category. Now here is the response. Okay, guys, as you can see, everything works well. We have just added a category module just like that. This brings us to the end of this section. Should you want me to help you or mentor you, you can book your free hour discovery call one-on-one. I will assist you with answering everything that you want to know as far as front end and back end goes. Okay, so this is a 10-hour coaching course. What if maybe you are interested on buying it? You can just click here on this link, and then you can just settle the payment. For now, it's 4,500 rands. Please convert this to the currency of your own country. And that's about it. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer of South Africa. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one. Right, guys, let's continue. I just noticed some minor errors here. Okay, as you can see, now that I've added two more images, they are not showing up. Why? I will show you why. Okay, so let's just go to the database somewhere here. So as you can see, when I was teaching you, I've made a mistake of leaving this forward slash. Okay, I remember this. I was just explaining things, and then I forgot this. Okay, so if I can edit this means that I can be able to just remove this, so everything will work well. Fader wrong API use 5 behind the value. Okay, I'm not sure what this is saying, and I don't really mind much. Okay, so what I want to say is, let's go to the API for add product. Okay, for adding a product, let's check the file name, where there is a file name. Let's check here. As you can see, guys, this is the mistake that I did. Let's click save here and to fix that. And then one last thing that I want to show you, remember I gave you a task to make sure that you display like a month here as some sort of a word or a name instead of a number. So I have realized that, or found out that, it's not that difficult to do that. So we can just go to admin and category list, and product product list. This is what I want to, where I want to be. And then from there, I want to be on the column definition. Then we just need on date FNS, we just need to add another M. Okay. And then we click save. And then when we go back here, as you can see, guys, it's telling us that this is February. All of these were created like on February. As you can see, this is my date. Okay. 17/02/2026, 17/02/2026. That's all that I wanted to make sure that I fix before I wrap up this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, I have got a one-on-one coaching course. So if you might want me to help you, you can book your free hour. Okay, here, send an email. And then in this one-on-one 10-hour coaching course, I teach you exactly what you want to learn. I believe that students are different and we are starting from different foundation. Others are absolute beginners, others are at least intermediate, and others they are advanced, but they want advanced concept like design pattern, software architecture, and all other things. So by booking this, you are getting a chance to talk to me for free, and I will ask you and advise you and answer you everything that you want. Should you be interested, you can just click on buy now. As you can see, for now, this is only 4,500 for 10 hours. Thank you so much. See you on the next one.